In an astonishing turn of events, Julian Assange's 12-year ordeal has finally come to an end. About a year and a half ago, Assange's lawyer approached federal prosecutors in Virginia with a bold request: dismiss the case against the WikiLeaks founder. At that time, Assange was one of the highest-profile detainees in the world, facing extradition to the U.S. for publishing hundreds of thousands of secret documents. Against the odds, this request set the stage for what seemed unthinkable: Assange walking out of a U.S. courthouse on the remote Pacific island of Saipan, starting his journey home after years of self-exile and imprisonment. As he stepped out, someone shouted, "How does it feel to be a free man, Mr. Assange?" He simply smiled, nodded, and continued walking, ready to catch his flight back to Australia. This unexpected plea deal emerged amidst a slow-moving extradition process, with no certainty that Assange would ever face trial in the U.S. The Justice Department acknowledged the over 5 years he had already spent in a British prison, paving the way for a series of negotiations to resolve their differences. The deal required a felony guilty plea from Assange, while ensuring he would not set foot in the continental U.S., addressing his fears of potential dire consequences. The agreement also included safeguards to ensure Assange's freedom in Australia, even if a judge rejected the deal at the last minute. This remarkable story, pieced together through interviews with those familiar with the negotiations and court records, concluded a polarizing legal battle spanning 3 presidential administrations and multiple continents. 5 years ago, such an outcome seemed impossible. Back then, Assange was forcibly removed from the Ecuadorian embassy in London, where he had taken refuge for 7 years to avoid extradition to Sweden on a since-dropped sexual assault investigation and to prevent U.S. extradition over WikiLeaks publications. Assange's indictment was not just about the war logs and diplomatic cables released by WikiLeaks, but also the website's role in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. WikiLeaks published emails damaging to Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton, which were stolen by Russian military intelligence in what officials described as blatant election interference. Now, with Assange free and on his way back to Australia, this chapter of his life closes, leaving a complex legacy of free speech, legal battles, and international intrigue. Stay tuned for more in-depth analyses and updates on global events.